The show you're about to see is performed by highly trained professional athletes. The moves and actions that take place are incredibly dangerous when not performed by skilled professionals. Please do not attempt to try and do any of what you see in this program at home.
Buckle there, and don't forget that under that patch is a steel hook that supports this ring.
Gibson came charging, Rampage blocked a double clothesline, both men down. What a battle!
This is unlike anything I've seen, Dave, in NGW. Gibson warned us, and the referee's at a count of 5, and
we're up to 6. Referee is counting both men out. I'm not sure either of them's got anything left. We're up to 8.
No way.
And neither of them made it. Neither of them made it. And we're gonna have this is gonna be a draw. I think this is a draw.
Stevie Aaron's asking for clarification.
Both men counted out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee's decision. Both men failed to beat the 10 count. Therefore, this is a double count out.
Wow. What does Marc Lavelle do in terms of his recommendations to the Hart-Smith family about the Davey Boy Smith Cup?
With the situation regarding Zach Gibson and the Davey Boy Smith Cup becoming an increasing bone of contention between Zach, NGW fans and myself, I'm aware of Mr. Gibson's desire to enter the tournament. While I do feel that Mr. Gibson has a fair argument for his inclusion after winning the first cup, there is a serious problem. I cannot or will not give in to demands by NGW wrestlers and change the course of such an important event simply due to Zach's demands. While I'm in charge, you get what you earn, not just what you want. However, in the face of what we've seen recently, I've come to a decision, and it is, in many ways, a compromise. The Smith and Hart family have agreed to my request that NGW will now run a 4-man knockout tournament, the winner of which will earn a guaranteed entry into the historic Davey Boy Smith Cup 2. Zach Gibson, as the previous winner, will get the first slot. And in the interest of fairness and balance, slot number 2 will go to Rampage Brown, while the Smith and Hart family will select the other 2 men from the current NGW talent pool based on their recent in-ring performances. Mr. Gibson, while I appreciate your wayward words, the only way to truly get my attention in NGW is to win. Now that you have the opportunity you wanted, I suggest you don't waste it. Thank you for taking the time to watch this special announcement as we head ever closer to the Davey Boy Smith Memorial Cup number 2.
Historic, undisputed title win by Matt Myers. The new champion and Nathan Cruz was surrounded at ringside by Joseph Connors and his followers. This week we will show you what happened after we went off the air. Plus, Ace Matthews takes on Kaz Crash as their 2 teams jostle for position in NGW's tag team division. And in our main event, the 4-man tournament for a spot in the second Davey Boy Smith Cup gets underway as Rampage Brown takes on the man selected by the Smith Hart family, Robbie X. It's Robbie X versus Rampage Brown in our main event. The aftershocks are still being felt around NGW after Matt Myers ended the nearly 2-year reign of Nathan Cruz 2 weeks ago. We'll talk about that a little later on, but first, our opening contest.
Introducing first, making his way to the ring, he is one half of Team Support, weighing in at 250 pounds. This is Ace Matthews.
Dave Bradshaw here alongside former British heavyweight champion Alex Shane as NGW comes from Liverpool's historic Olympia this week. And Alex, Ace Matthews on his way to the ring to take on one half of the Proven.
Well, we're better to start the NGW 4-man knockout tournament than the historic building in which Zach Gibson won that first cup done, but as you said, our opening contest was set to be a tag team showdown. Marc Lavelle keen to kickstart NGW's tag division, but instead we have a single showdown. We'll explain why in just a moment.
And introducing his opponent.
As you say, Alex, this was supposed to be a tag team match. Ace Matthews' tag partner David Graves straining a ligament in his left leg, so he's temporarily on the shelf. Marc Lavelle instead making this a singles match between Matthews and the man we're about to meet, Kaz Crash of the Proven.
Well, Marc Lavelle is keen to find challengers for Team Insane Fight Club, 3 men with 2 belts. But instead of scrapping that tag match altogether, we now have a singles contest to kick off this episode of British Wrestling Weekly. Over to our ring announcer, Ryan Devlin.
And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 202 pounds, from Kingston upon Hull, he is one half of the Proven. This is Kaz Crash.
Yeah, great decision by our executive producer, Marc the Beast Lavelle, if you ask me, to rather than scrap the match, let these 2 hungry lions represent their teams in a singles match. Both Kaz Crash and Ace Matthews could put on quite the show here, given how competitive the tag team division is.
Well, Kaz Crash is a man who has been on a personal mission of growth along with his tag team partner Sam Wilder after leaving Richie West and then having that victory, that very important victory against the London Riots. Some of the fans of NGW have really taken the Proven into their hearts. However, we are not in Hull City Hall, we are in the Liverpool Olympia, and it is an interestingly mixed reaction that Kaz Crash got when he walked into this historic building.
Bell rings, we are underway between Crash and Matthews. It is deafening here in the Olympia. Raucous crowd on hand.
Well, it's the first time NGW's been back in the Olympia for about a year. And you're right, Dave, it is loud in here. And I can't wait for our huge main event, Rampage Brown against Robbie X. On this program, one of those men will go on to fight the winner of Zach Gibson and his opponent, who will be announced before we go off air for next week's 4-man knockout tournament contest.
Yeah, the news on that semi-final coming up, plus we'll have huge news on a mouth-watering main event for next week's show before we go off there as well.
Absolutely massive main event.
But right now, let's focus on what's going on in the ring in front of us as Kaz Crash takes Ace Matthews down, applying pressure to that left shoulder.
And interestingly, both of these 2 men trained at the NGW Academy in Hull. Kaz Crash, part of the Proven, as we've mentioned, and Ace Matthews, along with David Graves, is part of Team Sports. Kaz Crash is the more experienced of the 2, but as you mentioned, Dave, these men are hungry young lions.
Crash is fighting his way back to his feet. At least he was, as Matthews grabs that side headlock. Crash will send Matthews to the ropes here. Shoulder block by Matthews.
Over the top goes Ace Matthews under that leapfrog. A drop down by Kaz Crash and a big drop kick under the chin of Ace.
And you're right, the reaction is decidedly mixed. Some of these fans yet to forgive Kaz Crash for what the Proven did back in the day, but fascinating to see how so many fans are now supporters of the Proven.
And Ace Matthews there, catching the leg from that attempted kick of Kaz Crash. And Ace Matthews is a man known to like a bit of fun in the ring, but this is bizarre. Look at this. What's he doing here? Oh, and referee Adam J's got the foot now.
Well, this is confusion reigning into the backside by Matthews. That was clever, but it only gets 2.
Very clever. Oh, roll up there by Kaz Crash, and these 2 picking up the pace early in our opening contest.
Matthews sweeps the leg, goes for the lateral press, only gets a 1 count. Now it's Crash who sweeps the legs, he gets a 1 count as well. Double drop kick, these 2 extremely evenly matched.
Well, they were trained at the same academy and it looked like they were sharing the same wrestling brain for just a moment. And a handshake, it's nice to see.
Whoa.
What's that?
Hold up. After what happened last week with Joseph Connors, we had an audio and video.
Oh no.
Well, it's not a malfunction.
Not these egomaniacs.
That's Jay McCluskey and Caden Lane.
Pardon the promotion. You guys seem to be doing alright, I guess. For those of you who don't know who we are, this is the 300-pound Welsh warrior, Caden Lay.
He's a monster.
And I am the unique Moonsault King, Jake McCluskey.
Well, why are these two here? We'll try and get to the bottom of this. We've got to go to a commercial break.
The show you're about to see is performed by highly trained professional athletes. The moves and actions that take place are incredibly dangerous when not performed by skilled professionals. Please do not attempt to try and do any of what you see in this program at home.
Back here in the Liverpool Olympia, Jake McCluskey and Caden Lay have challenged Ace Matthews and Kaz Crash to a tag team match, having interrupted what was a singles contest. It's ridiculous.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has just informed me this is now a tag team match!
Well, it's official, Dave. We got a tag team match here for our opening contest. Oh, over the top goes Caden Lay. We were meant to have a tag team match, then because of an injury it got moved to a singles match, and now we got a tag team match, once again.
And how weird is this for Crash and Matthews? Literally, a couple of minutes ago, they were against each other, and now, suddenly, they find themselves teaming up.
Well, they are taking the fight to Jake McCluskey, as they should, because after that impressive TV debut against Robbie X, as you see right there, this guy is money. RJ Singh smelled it from a mile away. He's got talent, he's got charisma, and Dave, sheer arrogance. Look at that.
Yeah, before the break, they called McCluskey and Lay egomaniacs. You see why as McCluskey gets in the face of our cameras, but there is no bigger egomaniac than the man who brought them to NGW, as you say, Alex, RJ Singh.
Well, McCluskey shouted, "This is our TV time," and there is nothing covert about why they're here. Marc desperately wants to get the NGW Tag Team Division back in order. He wants challengers for Team Insane Fight Club, who are 3 men with 2 belts. Styx and Colossus proved unsuccessful getting those belts back, and that's why he wanted this. And you've got to believe that RJ Singh said to his men, why don't you go out and at this opening contest and get yourselves a spot in that Tag Team Division?
Yeah, but here's the thing, you know, to RJ Singh, he's got the same agenda as what Lavelle has. It's a means to an end for Singh. He's trying to get McCluskey and Lay and all of his assets signed to a big American company so he can get a cut of the paycheck.
And don't forget, he also gets a 15% or 20% cut. From RJ Singh, it might even be a 50% cut of every time his wrestlers gain a victory and get the winner's share of the purse. And you have to believe that Kaz Crash and Ace Matthews have had no experience as a tag team. They were opponents. So they really have got an advantage here, Caden Lay and Jake McCluskey.
Lay with a big body slam on Matthews, dropping that tree trunk of a leg across the throat. He'll go for the cover, and he'll only get 2.
God, it is deafening, absolutely deafening here at the Liverpool Olympia. And on top of our huge main event, with Rampage Brown against Robbie X. As we said at the top of the hour, we're going to see, big clothesline there by Caden Lay. We're going to see exactly what happened when our cameras went off air last week.
Wow, I thought Lay maybe knocked Matthews out, he only got 2.
It's incredible to think, Dave, that we crowned, after almost 2 years, a new NGW Undisputed Champion, yet Joseph Connors managed to make himself the main talking point in the 7 days between last episode and now.
Yeah, that takes a special kind of self-absorption as he gets a standing moonsault as McCluskey. Crash will break that up. to steal the spotlight from Matt Myers in the biggest moment of his career, like Connors did.
And look, referee Adam J there. I mean, Kaz Crash is being warned by Adam J. And recently on this programme, Dave, we saw referee Steve Linsky give the first ever public warning in a tag match on this programme. And since that happened, there has been talk backstage that Marc is looking to introduce a new warning system to NGW. It's not official, but it may just happen.
Lay of the elbow sends Crash off the apron. McCluskey has Matthews trapped in the corner, and that's why, because in comes Lay, snapping the neck backwards of Ace Matthews.
Caden Lay and Jay McCluskey may be new to NGW, but they are very experienced on the British wrestling scene. And Ace Matthews is in a world of trouble and a long way from making that tag. Look how far he is from the other side of the ring.
Look how wide the man is who he's got to get round to get to his partner. Caden Lay is an absolute physical specimen.
And he's just vicious. And as Kaz Crash watches on, how frustrating. They're double teaming here.
McCluskey attacking Matthews while the referee's back is turned.
And doing it whilst talking to a camera. This guy, this is a level of arrogance that is new to NGW, in my opinion.
Kaz Crash looking on as Caden Lay manhandling Matthews. Say what you will about McCluskey and Lay and the way they interjected themselves into this, but this has been an impressive display so far since this became a tag match.
And Ace Matthews, if he doesn't change his fortunes quickly, Dave, this match may just conclude before Kaz Crash even gets in there.
Well, it could conclude right here, because there's a double foot stomp with Matthews deposited over the top rope. McCluskey going for the cover. It was too near the ropes, I think.
Good referee in there. Adam J wouldn't even go down for that cover. Jake McCluskey was so self-absorbed in getting TV time, he forgot the fundamentals. It looks like he's gonna, almost made a tag there.
And Matthews was nearly able to escape. McCluskey cuts him off. And again, they have isolated Matthews in their own corner, where he's continuing to be crushed between Caden Lay and the turnbuckle.
And give Ace Matthews credit for still being able to move, but with what? You know what he's going for? That money moonsault, as he calls it. Picture perfect, top rope display of athleticism, and Ace is in a world of trouble.
McCluskey, no one home, and this could be the opportunity that Matthews needs to make the tag to Kaz Crash.
Dave, I can hardly hear myself, because the Liverpool Olympians come unglued in their desperate urge for Ace Matthews to make that tag, but he is a long way from that corner.
Matthews makes the tag, here comes Kaz Crash. McCluskey taken down, once, now twice, with the clotheslines from Crash. A kick to the midsection from one half of the Proven. And a neck breaker takes down McCluskey. The cover, this could do it, it doesn't.
God, Kaz Crash, the house of fire. Even without his regular tag team partner, one half of the Proven is proven right now exactly why he is a man to beat in new generation wrestling.
Crash charges at McCluskey. McCluskey gets the elbow up. Great action here in this impromptu tag match on British Wrestling Weekly. A spinning sit-out powerbomb from Kaz Crash to win it. No. Oh, God. How close was that?
Look at the expression on the face of Jake McCluskey and the look on the face of Kaz Crash. McCluskey can't believe he kicked out, and neither can one half of the Proven. And that could be a mistake, Dave, because he's tagged back in Ace Matthews.
And Matthews hasn't had long to recover, but he's back in here.
You can see he's groggy.
Matthews takes out Lay. Redemption for Ace Matthews.
Yeah, but you don't want to get distracted from the man in the ring, Jake McCluskey. He is the legal man, and he's the one that needs to be pinned.
Matthews, picture-perfect dropkick.
But he made a tag to Caden Lay, and that's exactly what I'm talking about.
That's a mistake from Matthews to send McCluskey back into his own corner. Matthews, though, is still taking the fight to the bigger man in Caden Lay. May get caught here, though. Lay sent reeling. Matthews is on the top. But McCluskey pushes Matthews. He's been caught in the arms of Caden Lay.
Dave, look at this. McCluskey up on the top. Oh, my gosh.
Suplex into the crossbody from Caden Lay and Jay McCluskey.
That's it. And Caden Lay's a legal man. This is done.
Big splash from Caden Lay. Oh, he got a shoulder up. Got the shoulder up. Matthews got the shoulder up.
No way on earth did Ace Matthews kick out of that. Jay McCluskey took the added measure of knocking Cash Crash off the ring, but it wasn't enough. Cash Crash take a huge tumble to the outside. Oh, you know what?
Now what's this from Caden Lay? A running power slam.
That's what he did to JD Booman. Oh,
not this. The moonsault. The moonsault from McCluskey. The cover from Lay. And Lay and McCluskey defeat Matthews and Cash Crash.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, the team of Jake McCluskey and Caden Lay.
Incredible resilience from Ace Matthews to survive as long as he did. But you've got to give credit reluctantly to McCluskey and to Caden Lay, who, having interjected themselves into what was a singles match, put on a very impressive tag team performance. Enough's enough now. Enough's enough.
No need for this. And you've got... Oh, and here comes Cash Crash.
Crash comes to the rescue of Matthews. The Insiguri takes out Lay. And McCluskey now, he sees him. Eyeball to eyeball. Cash Crash and McCluskey retreats.
And somewhere RJ Singh is not only chuckling about the money he's just made by Caden Lay and Jake McCluskey picking up that victory and getting the winner's share of the purse, but you've also got to believe he has made a statement to Marc about their potential prominence in NGW's tag team division and a shot against Team Insane Fight Club.
When we come back, we'll show you what happened when our cameras went off air after Matt Myers' title win last week. Don't go anywhere.
The show you're about to see is performed by highly trained professional athletes. The moves and actions that take place are incredibly dangerous when not performed by skilled professionals. Please do not attempt to try and do any of what you see in this program at home.
History was made on this program last week as the amazing Matt Myers ended the nearly 2-year reign of the show stealer Nathan Cruz to become the NGW Undisputed Champion. But Myers' moment in the spotlight was cut short when Joseph Connors and his followers surrounded the ring. Now for the first time ever, let's show you what happened after we went off air. And Cruz now, maybe he's going to go for it. He does. The show stolen.
He's got him, Dave.
And that will be what?
Myers kicked out
A one count.
Oh my.
A one count.
The last time these two competed, Myers kicked out. The first wrestler to ever do it. But to kick out one, Nathan Cruz cannot believe his eyes, and neither can I.
Cruz in utter disbelief.
Myers is laughing. This is like deja vu. This is like history repeating itself. The last time these two wrestled, and what must be going through the head of the champion?
Well, Cruz, I think, is saying to Myers, don't make me do this again. Last time they competed, Cruz, as you said, had to knock Myers unconscious. I don't think Cruz wants to do that to his best friend, but he will if it means keeping the Undisputed Championship.
And there's no bigger statement Matt Myers could have made about his intention than kicking out the show stolen at one. And oh God, history is repeating himself, because this is exactly what happened at the conclusion of their last match. And look, Cruz is beside himself. He has to do it, and Myers refuses to stay down.
Myers, as long as he has breath in his body, you've got to think he will try and keep fighting for that title. Another German suplex. Oh, is Myers out? He might be.
He landed on the back of his head 2 times in a row. And the Gen X champion, the challenger for Nathan Cruz title, looks lifeless, but he's still moving.
He's moving. Cruz will pick up Myers again.
What's he got him? Oh, Dave, you know, I think this was the move, Dave. An inverted show stolen that knocked Matt Myers unconscious. This is it.
Oh, look, Myers lands on his feet. Myers lands on his feet. And the Myers stunner.
Oh.
Myers stunner on Cruz.
Oh, a second stunner. Oh my God.
Cruz is out. Cruz is out.
No way.
With the cover, Matt Myers is the undisputed champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and NGW undisputed champion, the amazing Matt Myers!
After a year of self-doubt, after a year of questioning if he could get it done, on this week's episode of British Wrestling Weekly, Matt Myers finally defeats the show stealer.
Some people say that dreams are made to be broken, but never listen, because in the ring right now is the living embodiment of what happens if you chase and pursue those dreams, because Matt Myers has done the unthinkable and beaten Nathan Cruz to become the most televised champion in British wrestling today.
What a moment! What a moment for Myers!
I can't hear any, my headset, guys, my head.
Yeah, my can't hear a thing. Yeah.
Are we still on? My head. Is anyone with the headset working?
I'm not sure if they're even hearing us.
Dave, can you hear me?
I'm not getting. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm back on.
As well. Oh, what? Oh,
God, hang on a second. Connors and Lilith, and Screwface Slater surrounding the ring.
There's Dara Diablo in the bottom right with cyanide. We apologise for our headsets almost went totally dead. I don't know if you still heard what was happening, but this is bizarre.
Why are Connors and his followers ruining this moment for Matt Myers?
Dave, we're almost out of time. In fact, we are out of time. I don't understand what's happening.
Well, Matt Myers is the new champion, but why on earth are Connors and Co here? Joseph Connors and Lilith standing on the stage here.
Dave, we've got off air, and we've also gone to black. We are officially off air now.
We've been plunged into darkness here. I think our microphones are working this time, but what is going on now?
Dave, I'm concerned because that ring was surrounded, and there are only two men against Dara Diablo,
Well, we're back, and Cruz and Myers still in the ring, but it looks like Connors and his followers have gone.
Well,
Why were they here?
and what a way to scoop the moment from Matt Myers, who has worked so long and so hard for this match with Nathan Cruz, and what a way for Nathan Cruz to feel that losing to his best friend has just been undervalued and eclipsed by Joseph Connors.
Look at this, a handshake, a sign of respect between two best friends as Nathan Cruz hands over the title that he has held for nearly 2 years to the amazing Matt Myers.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the new NGW undisputed champion, the amazing Matt Myers!
Matt Myers is the undisputed champion! Well, back here in Liverpool Olympia, we are getting ready for the first of two semi-finals. The winner of this mini four-man tournament now is going to be guaranteed a place in the second Davey Boy Smith Cup tournament, and we're looking right now at Robbie X.
A man that was selected by the Smith and Hart family against a man that was chosen by Marc in our main event from the Liverpool Olympia.
And introducing his opponent.
Robbie X has been an integral part of the Gen X division here in NGW, but he has a hell of a challenge on his hands if he is going to advance to the final against this man, an absolute beast in Rampage Brown.
Making his way to the ring from Leeds, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rampage Brown!
Well, we saw Rampage Brown took Zach Gibson to the absolute limit in that one-on-one match the two of them had. Absolutely right, in my view, Alex, that Rampage Brown be included among the 4 men who are going to compete here for a place in the Davey Boy Smith Cup.
Well, say what you want about Marc, but he has been completely proactive in his role as the executive producer of New Generation Wrestling. He saw the issue between Brown and Gibson, and he responded to both Gibson and Brown's requests. And I mean, request is a very polite way of putting it. Demands for a solution to their conflict. And he went straight to the Smith & Hart family, and that's why we have this 4-man knockout tournament. And Dave, talking about Marc Lavelle, we have an announcement for a huge main event on next week's programme that Lavelle has also had a hand in, and regular viewers of this show will not believe what that match is.
Plus, we're going to have news before we go off air of what the second semi-final in this mini tournament is going to be. But right now, let's focus on this one. Rampage Brown against Robbie X. And listen to this crowd, Alex, in the Liverpool Olympia getting behind Robbie X.
Well, Robbie X is a man that really has been taken into the hearts and minds of the New Generation Wrestling fan base, because he is fast, he is incredible, and he is just 22 years of age. This guy been wrestling since he was a very young teenager. But look at the sheer size difference between Robbie X and Rampage Brown.
We're underway, collar and elbow tie-up as Rampage, obviously the stronger of the 2 men, backs Robbie X into the corner. We get a clean break. Be interesting to see here if Robbie X comes out all guns blazing, having been conditioned to take part in the Gen X League. We saw that from Matt Myers against Nathan Cruz last week.
And chilling words from Rampage Brown earlier. He told Marc Lavelle, I am going to use Robbie X as a statement to Zach Gibson and the fans of Liverpool. And when Rampage Brown wants to use you as a statement, you want to run. But Robbie X is a brave kid and he's staying in there, but it may be at the expense of his pro wrestling career.
Well, it's a fight or flight choice. Robbie X has chosen to fight, but will he regret it as Rampage Brown dominates in the early going, but he misses the elbow.
And that's what Robbie X has got to do. He's got to be fast, he's got to be quick, and he's got to hit with moves like that.
Drop kick from Robbie X takes Rampage off his feet. And Robbie X will take a run up and he runs straight into the elbow.
He got overconfident in Robbie X and he took too long. Rampage sends him out. Oh, look at that. Oh.
Robbie held on, he's back in the ring. Drops the top rope. Rampage Brown to the outside, and Robbie X follows him, feet first, at ringside.
But Davey's not done. He's hit the rotom. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Look at the energy of Robbie X. We've got to take our last break. We'll be back in a moment. Rampage Brown against Robbie X in progress. The winner going to advance to the finals of a mini tournament to guarantee a place in the second Davey Boy Smith Cup.
And talking of that tournament, Dave Bradshaw, during the commercial break, we had it confirmed in our headset exactly who Zach Gibson's opponent will be on next week's show in the other bracket of this tournament. And talk about a first time ever contest. Man, that one's going to be interesting.
We will reveal who Zach Gibson's opponent is at the conclusion of this match. But who will be the winner at the conclusion of this match? Robbie X is putting in a courageous performance here against Rampage Brown.
And I said it earlier, but Robbie X needs to... Oh, gosh! And there you go. I was going to say Robbie X needs to stop being distracted by this audience. But Dave, it is difficult. This is possibly the loudest crowd we've ever had at NGW for British Wrestling Weekly. And unfortunately, that crowd got in the head of Robbie X. He took his eye off the ball, and Rampage
Yeah, the explosive power of Rampage Brown can turn a match on its head in an instant, and that's what it did there.
And I said before the commercial break, Rampage Brown told Marc Lavelle he is going to use this match and Robbie X to make a statement to Zach Gibson and his hometown fans here in Liverpool. And that is a scary prospect for young Robbie X, just 22 years of age, locked in a ring with an angry monster like Rampage Brown.
Robbie X is still fighting back, look at him. But Brown, sensing, I think, that victory is in his near future. Short arm clothesline from Rampage. He'll hook the leg. This could do it, but Robbie X finds a way out.
And from talking to people that know the situation closely, the Smith and Hart family selected Robbie X very much off the back of that incredible Regeneration X ladder match. X came up short, but what an incredible performance in one of the best matches, if not the best, of this season. But will that be enough for him to advance in this tournament, Dave? Because I just can't see any way for him to beat Rampage Brown.
Right, I mean, if you're Robbie X and you look at what Matt Myers did after winning that ladder match, becoming the undisputed champion, you've got to see that as a missed opportunity, but he's been given another chance here in a very prestigious tournament. But it's such a big ask, such a big ask.
Rampage Brown just stood on the hand of Robbie X and then stamped on the fingers, and he said about making a statement, and now we're seeing it clearly. He is just decimating Robbie X.
Brown is completely, utterly ruthless, completely, utterly relentless. And Rampage just circling Robbie X.
And who can forget that incredible, and I do mean incredible, display of in-ring brutality between Zach Gibson and Rampage Brown just 2 weeks ago. Our first ever double knockout, Dave, and that is what the winner of next week's bracket has waiting for them. If Rampage Brown can beat Robbie X here, which in my opinion is just a matter of time, Robbie X is in big trouble.
I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch between Rampage Brown and Zach Gibson. That would be quite the final of this mini tournament, but it won't happen if Robbie X has anything to say about it. He might not, though. That right shoulder up.
And it won't happen if the opponent of Zach Gibson next week has anything to say about it. And when you find out who that opponent is, my God, Dave, I think you'll agree that is going to be in it well. That's just going to be something else. And talking of next week, of course, we are still going to announce before the end of this programme that massive, and I do mean massive, first time ever encounter main event in just 7 days' time in this programme. I mean, I can't wait for next week's episode.
Rampage here is demonstrating with the referee. He has been completely in control of this for several minutes, and that in the ring move there, such was the power with which Robbie X was launched into that corner.
And referee Adam J is getting in close to check on 22-year-old Robbie X, and it may just be a matter of time before he calls a finish to this one, because I don't know, Robbie X he's hurt, and Rampage is just so vicious.
Well, you won't find any mercy from Rampage Brown on this or any other day. Robbie X, again, he praises ambition, but you've got to wonder about the wisdom of getting in there. It's almost a mismatch at this point.
And Rampage Brown, look at this, just trying to pull the head of a Robbie X. And there's something so disturbing about the slow and methodical approach that Rampage Brown is taking to this match. You have to believe if Rampage wanted to, he could finish this one. But he is extracting every ounce of pain he can from the body of young Robbie X and taking his time. And that, I find quite frankly disturbing.
Yeah, I think he's unconscious, but the arm's gone down twice. If it goes down a third time, Rampage will win this. Did it? Oh, no. Robbie X has found something left. He's hanging in there by his fingernails. How is he fighting to his feet?
Unbelievable. And listen to this crowd cheering on X, Dave. Deafening.
Robbie X somehow able to fight off Rampage Brown, albeit temporarily. And Brown will charge. Brown into the corner, but there's no one there. No one there.
God, he's held on the... Oh, Dave, he's...
Surely not. Surely not, my.
God, and Rampage Brown, did you hear the thud as his head and shoulder hit that steel ring post?
That was unbelievable. I thought Robbie X was going to get a remarkable underdog victory here.
Oh, look at this. Rampage Brown is... Oh, you can see the effects on Robbie X with everything he's got fighting back. And, oh, straight to the head.
Enziguri by Robbie X.
He's out on his feet, Dave.
A missile dropkick from the second turnbuckle. That could do it. He hooks the leg. Robbie X to advance. No.
Oh, Rampage Brown shocked, and so am I. His skull hit that ring post with such force that it echoed around the Liverpool Olympia, and for the first time ever, Robbie X has a serious chance of winning in this match.
I just caught a glimpse of Rampage Brown's eyes. He doesn't know where he is.
Oh, surely not. He's going for that German suplex.
Brown is fighting on instinct alone, but he's got Robbie X on his shoulders.
Oh.
Rick spinning Enziguri to the side of the head. Robbie X. Oh, he's going for the X Express. The X Express. He gets it. He gets it. Robbie X.
My God.
With the cover to go to the finals of this four-man tournament. Can he do it now?
Oh. My God.
What an opportunity for Robbie X, but Rampage Brown somehow found a way to kick out.
And Brown is in serious. Who would have believed that this would happen, Dave? Brown is out of it.
Robbie X trying to find a way to put him away. A second X Express, no. A clubbing blow from Brown to counter that second X Express.
Oh,
pile driver.
Oh my. Oh, Dave.
Dumped on his head, and Rampage Brown advances to the final.
My God.
Unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match advancing to the final, Rampage Brown!
All the credit in the world to Robbie X, who with that first X Express, I believed for all the world, was going to get the upset over Rampage Brown, but it was not to be, and this beast is headed to the finals where he is one win away, Alex, from a guaranteed spot in the Davey Boy Smith Cup.
Well, I said earlier that Rampage Brown looked like he was taking his time with Robbie X, but as soon as X managed to move out of the way and Rampage hit that post, and then after the X Express, Rampage decided, I'm going to win this quickly, and if that is any indication on what's going to happen to whoever he faces in the finals, Dave, I mean, that is oh, that was scary. And talking of those finals, we know it's going to be Zach Gibson, and now it's time to reveal who his opponent is going to be on next week's programme.
Yeah, Liverpool's number one, as you said, is going to be here next week in the second semi-final of this mini four-man tournament for a spot in the Davey Boy Smith Cup. Well, next week, Zach Gibson, check this out, goes head-to-head, one-on-one with none other than the maniacal Screwface.
An incredible first time ever match on this programme, and talking of first time ever matches, Dave, as a result of what we saw at the conclusion of last week's huge main event between Nathan Cruz and Matt Myers, Marc has made a match, Dave, and this is one I cannot wait for, and I still cannot believe.
Nathan Cruz, the former undisputed champion, goes one-on-one with Joseph Connors for the first time ever in our main event next week here on British Wrestling Weekly. In the meantime, though, from Liverpool Olympia, for Alex Shane, this is Dave Bradshaw saying we'll see you next week.